Action.
Right. Okay, so at the end of the day, again, I've said this, what we're looking at, I mean, those interested in the case, it's all in the book, and basically we've covered everything, the official story and the alleged official story on Wikipedia. Now, that page is jealously guarded by whoever controls the page and submitted the information up there first. In fact, anyone interested, if you look at the Wikipedia sources, it's been edited time and time again, and any time either myself or those who have done it for me have tried to upload additional information, facts of information, such as the coroner's report revealing 2 weapons must have been used, it just suddenly disappears. And you contact your people to say, can you explain to us why it's been disappeared? They just simply ignore you. So it's really controlled. And why are they still controlling it? Up to 2016, they prevent any content being added to it. They don't want the name of the book, Magna Share by 2, link for you to check down at it. And there are the same also, those who have criticised the book, all seem to be linked to Wikipedia in this case. And the official story, when they say in regards to what really happened in regards to the ferry crossing, and that the whole story the police have invented from the beginning, and that's why we've got additional video clips on YouTube that have edited the sections where police are caught on camera lying on the BBC documentary. For instance, when one of the police officers says, "We have no idea why they were in the UK or where they were going," and they said allegedly to London on the coach. Well, that is complete and utter rubbish, because they knew why the girls were in the UK, because only hours before they were pleading to the police to help them because their kids were being kidnapped in Ireland. So they knew full well. Why are they trying to paint a picture of something that's not true? And also the same applies to when the clip in there, where we see the arresting officer, the one who sort of is seen flirting with her when she's in police custody, so being in custody. We see a clip of him talking on the phone, allegedly, to a partner in Ireland. And her partner in Ireland acts surprised, as if I didn't know this. Yeah, that must have been staged, that part in the documentary, because the reason being, we have since had the statements made by the Liverpool police that came long after, and I only got this some years after, 4 years later, that confirms that what really happened. And that the police did indeed know all about it. The Staff police knew about their visit to Liverpool, because it was the Liverpool police that contacted the Garda, and it was the Garda who went to Sabina's partner in Ireland. And that happened in the morning, okay? So it would have been impossible for the partner then to have been run hours later, allegedly, that in fact, after the M6 incident, and that she was still in police custody, for him to have run the partner, for the partner said, "Oh, I have no idea of that." He should have said, "Well, I've already been contacted by the police this morning. They were around my house, and I told them all about this." That's what really would have happened. So again, that was invented for theatre as part of that documentary to sort of solidify a full story together, because it's not true, none of it. And then if you actually look at where the timings that are meant to be involved, I mean, I'll cover it under the ferry crossing and the coach journey, for instance. Well, they couldn't have come from where it's alleged where they did down at Cork, because there isn't a ferry from where you can get a passenger ferry from the south of Ireland to Liverpool. You can't. You have to go up to Northern Ireland and get it. This adds many more hours onto the journey and travel in general. And then if you was to go onto a ferry, you're listed as a passenger, or if you're the person who books the car must have a list of passengers. This is all part of the health and safety. You can't, not in case there's, shit goes down, and you have to know precisely who the passengers are. CCTV footage, none exists whatsoever. And surely they would have had it on the ferry, showing that the girls were on there. They would have had them at the coach station where they allegedly got on the coach, at what times, and there would have been more footage. We've never seen, witnesses have ever come forward to say, "I was sitting next to the twins on the bus. I was on the ferry with the twins. I see them here. I see them now. So again, they obviously did have a connection and were in Ireland at some time, but the hours and times have been altered by the police, and for reasons I don't know, but to fit this story for some reason. You've got where the story itself was completely hidden on the BBC first documentary, Madness in the Fast Lane. That they jumped straight as if they never knew these girls, as if they didn't exist first of all. They went straight from this incident that happened on the motorway and they're crazed and they didn't know. And it was purely to cover up the negligence what they'd done earlier. They released in girls after only 5 hours, which seems to indicate they were under observation. They wanted one of them back on the streets as soon as possible, not knowing what was going to happen. This murder happened all of a sudden. No one was expecting it. Who looks like the prime suspect? Sabina does. But then when you look into the evidence of it, the coroner's report suggests there's 2 knives by 2 coroners. Sabina, why did she have the reason to kill him? Why did Glenn have any reason to invoke such a reaction? A bag is the answer. A bag and possessions seems to be the answer, because someone physically removed that bag, took it to another location, screwed it out of the place, and for what reason? Only one motive is robbing it. It's the robber from the money that we know she had, and maybe they thought she had more and did have more, and then maybe the other odd possessions she had.
David, can I interject a moment?
Yeah.
Okay. There's 2 things that one is a statement I'll say, and the other one is a question. If you were... Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah. One is that if you have... first of all, it's one of culpability. Okay? Now, that's a legal term in itself. Who's responsible? Okay? And in my view, if you were to walk a very vicious dog on a lead, knowing its propensity to bite and kill and savage, and you're walking towards a group of children, and you let that dog off the lead and it goes ahead and rips apart one of the kids, heaven forbid, and kills them, is it the dog's fault, or is it the owner or keeper of the dog who's holding the leads culpable? Because one cannot blame the dog. So with that regard, with everything that's gone on and the end result, which we couldn't forecast, but they knew they had a dog on a lead, a very dangerous one, which could potentially lead to some drastic event. That's number one of culpability. But I'll let you answer that one first.
Yeah.
What's your opinion about that thought?
But that's what I'm saying. But the culpability is the proof is in the pudding. As soon as they arrested them twins under Section 136 of the Health Act, they are bonded and signed and sealed to the law. They have analysed that them 2 girls were psychologically not all there.
Yeah.
And that it's in the public's interest, as well as their own, to keep them in hospital for a minimum of 72 hours. So that's from where the very beginning of it is. By releasing her after 5 hours, puts the police and the hospital 100% in the blame. They are the ones who let out the vicious dog on a lead, technically.
But that dog could have gone on to bite a member of staff in the hospital who was completely innocent. So even then the police are derelict before the NHS, aren't they?
It's the police are at fault at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And then you take the person to the hospital. So the hospital's not to blame in the sense that they did anything untoward in a sense, but the professionals who were asked to agree to release her after 3 hours have a lot to answer to. They must have come under pressure. Someone must have just took over the case because someone higher up the chain in the police said, look, the girls are under Obbo on a multi-million-pound long-duration observations that have been going on by our forces.
Okay.
If you can get her out, get her out. So that's why whoever the hospital was forced to release her because it's not in their interest to release her. But someone up the chain and said, look, is there any way that you can let her go? So on the surface of then, when you put, remember, as you said before, when them girls were sedated, they then are taken to hospital and they're given another injection to awaken them, aren't they?
Well, they're given a drug called Narcan, which reduces the effect of narcotics. They give it to overdoses of narcotics to basically take the pain-killing effect of the narcotic off them.
Yeah.
So she would have been wide awake when she was compass mentis in the back of the police car, out of the way of the hospital.
So, and so you imagine, you see what her eyes look like in her face, that a reaction to some kind of drug she was given, and it's highly low to the ones that she was given at the roadside, and then to bring them back together to consciousness, which they arrived at the hospital.
Well, that answers that question, but the other question I have, and I'd like to get your thoughts on it, given our limited time, is that as a family, we were originally dealing with one group of very, very, very professional film crew who were responsible for the initial filming of the event and came to us as a family to continue and close the book, if you like, on the thing. I think it might have been Mentor, correct me if I'm wrong, but they were huge and very highly professional. But what happened was there seemed to be a blip, a slip between cup and lip, as they say, because there was a fallout, it seems, between the authorities and Mentor, because the second the joker of the pack, of course, this genius turned up with a camera and nothing else to meet Gary and myself in the Post House Hotel in Junction 15 of the M6 to finalise the production that to date had been done by the other company and put the lid on it. And he couldn't wait to get in, do his bit, have a quick 30-second soundbite and a video of Gary. I took the day off to go and attend that, thinking it was going to be a bit more than that. But it was a case of, look, I'm here to finalise it, put the lid on and get out of here. That was the attitude. So it was a complete chalk and cheese between the film crews. It's almost like they lost the will to live in the second bit, but it was a different company, wasn't it?
No, it's the same company, but they changed the crew.
Ah, okay.
Right, so, and it seems to be the case that what happened was this, is exactly what happened. The police, realising, once they've seen what they call the rushes, that's probably the early footage of what it is, and you've got to realise, one of the agreements between Mentor and the Staff Police, when they make this, the series, that police series they make, Motorway Cops, there's an agreement between the production company and the police that the police have the final edit, you know, and
right.
They want the final edits, so they look of what it is. And so, being a BBC production, and I've worked with BBC crew members and things like that, and you know, not necessarily, but you know, there are the odd ones that take their job serious, especially when it comes to a journalistic kind of truth, facts in film. And that it's quite likely that the police, because we know they went to Mentor and asked them, can they remove that 136 arrest under the Section Mental Health Act? And that the producer, the then producer and film crew went, no way, that is quite a significant thing.
I've got a copy of that. I've got a copy of the original that shows the 136.
Yeah, well, we have now. Now, what happened is, so then someone else, because how we discovered it and how we all know it, including yourself now, someone had access to that original footage. And what they have done, they somehow put it up onto Live Leaks. They leaked it out. It's almost as if they had a conscience, if someone in the film crew wanted to get that truth out, because that's how we came across it.
Yeah.
And that is the crucial part that the But police from Staffordshire went from Staffordshire down to London to see them into a production team and said, we want you to remove that from that film footage. And they did. And because maybe that was the politics of it, they said, look, it's best. They retired from it and they had put this new crew in that you see the second time round because they were none the wiser and they just needed to finish off this programme and get it done. So the police version. And that's the problem. It's just always been the official storyline has been what it is, and as we know, but since investigating it properly, we've proved that it really seems to be the case that she was involved in some kind of drug smuggling with her partners who were after her to most probably, as she said, kidnap the children. They mostly knew that they were being under observation. They might even suspect she was already working with the police. Who knows? But they were fleeing for sure. And that's why they went into the police station.
Do you find it rather strange that the family liaison officer, and when I asked him in the very early stages, before it was very new to me, it's the first hour of being with him, I rushed up once I found out about Glenn, within an hour really. And then the next day he arrived and I said, have you met her husband? And he said, oh yes, he says, he's a huge guy, a big black guy, you wouldn't want to mess with him. It's a sort of, real, yes, I've been to Ireland. He absolutely lied to all of us to say he'd actually been there. And to find out he hadn't, and this guy was nothing like he portrayed anyway, why would he lie? Is it just self-aggrandizement?
He's been appointed first and foremost, like many police liaison officers are. They're still a police officer. One minute they're liaison officers to a particular person. They are no real skill or training involved. He's there, and so what he is still got to appease you. Now, if he's being told by his superiors, look, this is the storyline, and this is what to say if certain questions are raised, that's what it is. Now, the police have covered it up from the beginning, so that means he's part of that. He can only tell you a certain amount of information, and therefore, coming out of this kind of rubbish works on different levels. One, it's don't worry, we've already spoke to the partner, we know it's a naughty sort of thing. Knowing that your family of 4 brothers might be a tale of caution, that letting you lot don't take the law into your own hands and go over there and try to sort it out because it can get more nasty. It can work on a number of reasons. What it is, they have to come up with a story, and if it's not the truth, they've got to embellish stuff. They've got to make things up. Yeah. And that's what they've done throughout this story. It's been the statements made by the police on the footage is untrue. It's a made up situation that never could have happened on the facts that now prove this to be the case. So they've been caught lying on the BBC documentary. Why would they? If it's a genuine case, why would they lie? They wouldn't have to. But it's because they realise that they are legally banned and messed up when they let Sabina particularly, after only 5 hours, and then it went on that there is now a killing. It now looked on the surface, it must have been Sabina that killed your brother. But then you look closer at the coroner's report, that the murder marks shows 2 weapons were used. So then we fast forward to Spence must have been now. Then the property was stolen, discarded, and it goes on and on. But you now realise it wasn't Sabina, or very possibly wasn't Sabina. I'm sort of convinced it wasn't her. Someone else did actually kill your brother. And that the fact should be that the police should be investigating the murder inquiry, looking into who really did do it. But it was convenient for them. Sabina being accused of doing it saves the police. It gets them off the hook for letting her out after the hospital after only 5 hours. It releases the National Trust from having to put their hand in the pocket for £1 million as well.
Well, they were just getting over the Hillsborough court case, weren't they, at that time?
Exactly. So, and that went on for years. So, look, what's the legalities? When a trust knows they're going to be sued, the hospital, if they could do an operating theatre, they would do and deny everything. It's up to you, the family, or whoever persons yourself have got to prove, well, you didn't it? neglect me. And once you can prove it, then they go, okay, then they'll settle. But they won't. They've got money. They're doing guards and it's money. So most people, they know, 9 out of 10 people who will take out a claim will soon back down. It's like any kind of organisation. They grind you down. And they've got everything to protect. They've got their reputation to protect, to realise that they did make a mistake by allowing professional staff, medical staff, to agree to the police, let these girls go released after only 5 hours of throwing yourself out in the motorway. Sisters in intensive care, twin sisters, so on a psychological level, they're even closer than normal siblings. You wouldn't want to part them, but to then part them like they did and release her after such a time, it shows someone higher up the chain that wanted her back on the street to be observed of where they was going, hoping that she would lead them to Mr. Big or the transaction that should have been taking place.
David, with 6 minutes left, bringing it in for a landing, if you like, what are your final thoughts in those 6 minutes about either closing the book or leaving it open with a to be continued page? What are your thoughts about that?
Well, see, what's never helped us the situation, from the moment when the book was written, I was interviewed by the mass media, mainstream media, a few of the tabloids, and in Germany as well, in Sweden. And I told them basically what I'm saying to you in so many words, that I don't believe Sabina did it, one thing and another. But their hands are tied because they spoke to me and interviewed me, and it looked like I was ready to print the story, and then it would have got to a bigger audience, and they would know some more facts. But they didn't use the story. And the reason being is it's very hard to turn a case around when you've got the person himself, which is Sabina, who has admitted to manslaughter. You understand? She's admitted to manslaughter. And so that sort of, well, what do you expect? She's admitted to it, so she's guilty. And that basically that's killing. It closes the books. That's why the police are happy. It closes the case. It finalises it. But if you know reasons why she would have said this guilty plea for the manslaughter, because as I said, she always maintained her innocence. It was a matter of she could have served a lot longer time inside had they prosecuted her on the drugs involvement I say that she was involved in, and that she took a plea bargain knowing she'd soon be out. So she's pleading for something that she's not done. But it's very hard to convince anyone, readers. I'm
given to understand that her sister Ursula, since going back to America, technically Ursula broke the law by throwing herself under the truck as well, but no charges were brought there, and that she would have had a criminal record had she been charged. But equally, how can someone go into America with a criminal record without having a history? She absolutely got away scot-free, apart from having mangled calf muscles on the back of her legs. She's very lucky, but she won't be ballroom dancing anytime soon. But I understand she's gone very religious and has recently been excised, gone through an exorcism, and gone very religious for some strange reason. But the other sister, Sabina, are you suggesting she left prison and went straight to the States, or would she have gone straight to Denmark, Copenhagen, or wherever she went to?
Sabina?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sabina apparently left from the UK and back to Norway. And she would have had to have done that by the law anyway, the licensing law. Because she would, even though she was released, she would have been out on license for another 2.5 years.
Why didn't she go back to Ireland?
Did she go back to Ireland?
Why didn't she? I mean, if your children that you're so worried about are in a caravan in Ireland, and your husband, who turns out to be a decent enough guy, why wouldn't you want to just go home?
Well, again, that story about the children turns out to be a load of rubbish. Really. Right. Again, it's a full story. A bit like you said, police officer, liaison officer told you him being a gypsy fella. Well, a lot of this stuff was proved wrong and untrue. And so she was reporting children, but this there's something not quite right in this. We do know that she would have had to gone back to Norway anyway. There isn't any real evidence that she ever went back to Ireland, but she would have had to gone back to her country of residence wherever she come from. And that's part of the licence agreement. When you go to prison, if you're let out on parole, which she was, she had 2.5 years parole left. That also meant she couldn't speak to anyone for 2.5 years about this case as well.
Right.
Most of the part of parole. So yeah, you know, it's a strange story, but it actually isn't at the end of the day. Apart from it seems as if someone killed your brother. Sabina had to take the rap for it, and she would love to speak, but never will, because if she does, it also might put her in jeopardy of those who were involved in the police officer operation, and the police might actually say, well, she gave us names of this person, that person, and that's why they're in prison today. And so it's a tricky situation all round that Sabina's been in, but I think this is more case that, as you said, Glenn was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
With the wrong friends, I think. With the wrong friend.
Yeah, but it seems as if, you know, there's more to it, and it just seems that someone else was on the scene and done the kill off. She fled, and it just all fitted the bill to accuse her rather than look more deeply into the evidence of the wounds. Why was her stuff up the place?
Yeah.
And looked into what Peter Mollight said and see what more he knows about it.
Well, maybe David, he might like to sing like a canary, but in the meantime, we've run out of time. And, you know, if maybe we can touch base again in another few months, that'd be great.
Yeah. And, you know, maybe if there is anyone who wants to talk, who actually knows, comes from that way, has decided that they know more and would like to give us some information, then just get on to me.
Thank you so much for your time, David. It's been fantastic.